Hello, it's so nice to be back here talking some more about my 40 days of content. I am Alicia Clark-Teper, an astrologer, intuitive channel, tarot reader, Holy Fire 3 Karuna Reiki master, plant medicine facilitator, a yin yoga instructor, full moon ceremony and bonfire guide, as well as 20 years in hospitality, 22 years in real estate, and always more under my belt than I can name. Today, I wanted to talk to you about my journey with body flow. So I enjoy trying to find different ways to move my body. And when I lived in Las Vegas, there was a class and it was called Body Flow. The mix was Tai Chi, Pilates, and yoga. And so very fluid movements. And one of the things I loved the most about the program was the music that came with it. And then every 3 months, we received new music and new choreography. And so we did the same thing for several weeks, and then they switched it up. And then we would get new choreography. And I just became so enamored of this program. And eventually I decided that I could not and did not want to have this program ever leave my life. So how does that happen other than becoming a body flow instructor? So I signed up to take the class, and it was a weekend class. I was 39, right before my 40th birthday, and I got into class, was not very, I wasn't the most fit person. I still am not the most fit person, but I, I my self-esteem was not as high. And anyway, I was in class, and um all of these other people who were already certified in other programs were there with me. And as they were unfolding what we had to do, we had to take this class for the weekend. And then the next part of it was we had to submit a recording of ourselves having at least 4 people in the video and turn that in so that we could get certified. I ended up having such a hysterical crying fit that I ended up giving myself pink eye. The reason I had such a hysterical crying fit was because at that time, I had to come face to face with a major healing that needed to happen. And what happened in my world, I was around 9 or 10. It was Christmas, and I just got a new outfit, a keyboard for Christmas, and my dad had just gotten one of those video recorders that sat on your shoulder with the big mic and the everything. And I was playing the keyboard, and I was dancing, and I was singing, and I was in my new outfit, just being with life, being a 9 or 10-year-old kid. And I remember that night, my father decided he wanted to play back the video. And he physically stood there pointing at the TV screen, telling me that I couldn't dance, I couldn't sing. He was laughing at me. And it hurt me so bad that from that point forward, I did not ever, ever, ever want to be in front of the camera. As a matter of fact, every single time that he came around with the camera, I would at least put my hair in front of my face, if not something else. And so it even led me to the fact that I hated having my picture taken because that would capture the moment and there was potential to be ridiculed with it. Carried that all the way forward until I was 39 years old, coming face to face with that of this program that I wanted to have in my life. So I finished the class with this drippy eye that was just, I'd never had pink eye before. Ended up sitting after class that night in the urgent care so I could get some medicine to help take care of it. And after that, I then had to find a place to practice and a studio that would let me record. And so there was this lovely woman, her name was Sarah. She had her own studio, and there were off hours where she let me come in and practice and bring in my people so that I could record. Well, anyway, I ended up having to record that video 6 different times. 6 times. Each time something happened. The first one, the sound didn't work. The second one, the video cut out in the middle. The third one wouldn't upload. The fourth, like there was just problem after problem after problem after problem. And so finally, by the 6th time, and I had people for each one of these classes, by the 6th time, I couldn't find somebody else to come and do it with me again. So I asked my husband, I was like, hey, I know that you're not really into this, but do you think that you could help me? Because I can't ask anybody else again, and I need some help. And so he, who has no experience with yoga or anything, agreed to help me. And so I filmed the video with him in the background, doing the moves to the best of my abilities, because again, he was not able to fully do everything. I had to then explain to the instructor people or the approval people about my situation, and I did end up passing, and then I had to go and do a in Las Vegas, you have to do an audition in order to teach. And so then in front of 35 people, I had to get up and lead my 15 minutes of my class. And after that, I then became an instructor and led the class several times before I ended up moving again. So it was such an amazing thing and really led me into truly deeply, deeply healing my wound that I had over being recorded and being on video. And by that happening, I'm now here able to allow this transmission to happen and not feel as though it is detrimental to myself. I now find them fun and exciting to do. So I hope that part of my journey has helped you to realize that just because what may have happened in your past doesn't mean that that has to be the roadblock to something that you want in your future, especially if it's something that contains amazing choreography and music. Step out of your box, stretch your comfort zones. It was a whole lot of stretching for me, but that was another piece that kicked off a massive healing in my world. If you would love to talk about this, share your experiences, or have somebody there to support you in your stepping out, please reach out. Thank you so much again, and I look forward to connecting with you on my next video.